Imagine, if you will, a game of musical chairs. The music stops and everyone scrambles, rushing to claim a seat. Now replace the chairs with resources like water, oil and minerals, and the players with nations of the world. This, in essence, is the state of global resource competition. A high-stakes game where the music may have already stopped for some, and the scramble for resources is not just a game, but a matter of survival. Resource competition is a concept that captures the struggle for control over valuable commodities. These commodities are not just luxury items, but essentials for survival and prosperity. Water, oil, minerals, even clean air are all resources that nations, corporations, and individuals are vying for. And as these resources become scarcer, the competition for them intensifies, creating a potential for conflict and instability. But resource competition is not just about the physical commodities. It's also about the environmental conditions that allow these resources to exist. Climate change, pollution, overpopulation, and other forms of environmental stress are exacerbating resource scarcity, creating a vicious cycle of competition and conflict. This is where the real danger lies. When resource competition escalates into conflict, it can destabilize regions, spark wars, and even threaten global peace. It's not just about who gets the last drop of oil or the final piece of fertile land. It's about how this fight for resources can unravel the delicate balance of global stability. The world has already seen the effects of resource competition. The Middle East oil wars, the water disputes in Africa, and the race for minerals in the Arctic are all examples of how resource competition can lead to conflict. And as resources become scarcer, these conflicts are likely to become more frequent and more intense. But the story doesn't end there. These resource conflicts are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger interconnected web of global instability. A water dispute in one region can trigger a refugee crisis in another. A fight for oil can lead to political upheaval and regional instability, and as these conflicts escalate, they can potentially trigger a global crisis. In conclusion, our world is like a game of musical chairs, where the music is getting faster, the chairs are disappearing, and the players are becoming more desperate. Resource competition and environmental stress are not just challenges for the future. They are realities of the present, realities that we must face if we are to maintain global stability. So as we stand on the brink of potential global conflict, we must ask ourselves, how can we manage resource competition? How can we mitigate environmental stress? And most importantly, how can we ensure that when the music stops, we are not left standing in a world of chaos and conflict?